Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your pal Flix here, and today we're going over how we almost just had delay number 3. Why we won't have delay number 3, at least hopefully, unless the media ruins it, and what it means for Cyberpunk 2077. As always, if you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more daily, top quality content. Alright, so the biggest news coming out from Cyberpunk was a leaked company announcement to employees saying that there will have to be mandatory crunch to get the game out on time and fix, or not really fix all bugs, I guess polish the game would be the proper term for this term they've been using, but I'm just going to say fix bugs and glitches. This has been blowing up pretty much everywhere, really. It's funny, though. This would have meant another delay if it wasn't so close to the holiday season. Oh, how big of a meme would it have been if Cyberpunk got delayed again? Oh yeah, hey, we're releasing in April 2020. Nah, my bad. We went September 2020. No, bro. For real? November this time. No. Trust us. March 2021. Actually, I don't know. I think they would have went March 2021 because you would have been able to hit March break. But yeah, that would have been like a year after the original. Oh yeah. Quick question of the day. Couldn't think of anything related to the game that wouldn't have been boring. Like, what was I going to ask? Well, how would you feel about another delay? Obviously, we don't feel depressed. So, I'm going to ask, how did everyone find the channel? How did you find this video? And, yeah, there's your question of the day. Tell me in the comments. Anyways, another delay would have been nearly a year after the first supposed release date, which wouldn't be that big of a deal. Other companies have given dates that have ended up being delayed a year after. But the issue is they kept giving dates that just weren't realistic for them. They didn't meet this April one. Actually, the April one was the initial one. They didn't meet the September one, and then they went all the way back to November, right? That's not good. As I've said in past videos, cards are in the top right as you go along this video if you want to check them out. I have to say myself that they're great. They're the best I've ever seen. Many people have even told me they're the best. Jokes aside, it would have just shown incompetence, and it would have caused boredom, I guess, from the average person's perspective. Getting a video game, that is. Like, I remember when I was younger, I didn't really hear about new game releases until a month before they would release, or years after they released, if they were a smaller game like Fallout 3. I mean, I say it's smaller, but it probably had a sizable audience when it first released. I think. I don't know. I think I only heard about GTA 5, which was like the major thing releasing in 2013, like 2 or 3 months pre-launch, pre-release. That's kind of the issue. It's like you can hear about it, but if you don't constantly hear about it leading up to launch, you'll just forget about it. You'll be like, hey, I'm hyped for this game to come out. I'm hyped for Cyberpunk to come out. Then you don't hear anything for like a year. You're like, what was that game that I wanted to play that I can't remember? Like, average people just don't have the patience to sit through yet another delay. Them fortune crunch isn't due to their hearts not wanting anyone to sit through another delay. They're forced to at this point because, one, in their shareholder meeting, which we cover in a previous video, they said that marketing would kick in October leading up to the launch, because we haven't really seen much in marketing. You can say Night City Wire has been marketing, but it's been more there to, like, I guess, keep people interested. That's not really entertaining new people. At least that's how I see it. Except the trailers, I guess. Yeah, a little bit of a squishy subject, I suppose. But yeah, the marketing was supposed to kick in October. Well, it is going to kick in October, and they reaffirmed that they're launching in November, not including the sunk marketing costs. Lying to their shareholders, they'd miss out on a holiday season and the release of new consoles, and people buying RTX 3000 series cards, wanting to push them to the limit of modern day gaming to see what they give. Because I can't think of a really graphics intensive game that I would put the 380 through. Not that I actually managed to get one. I wish I managed to get one, but no, they're sold out everywhere. They're sold out everywhere, and I'm not paying double the price for one, okay? Even though I do want one pre-launch. That's a little bit off topic. It would have just been the absolute worst case scenario for Cyberpunk 2077 executives if they had to delay it again. So the good news is that the mandatory crunch is now confirming absolutely no more delays. But as with the reasons I gave earlier and past videos all over the place, another delay just wasn't happening. It wasn't on the table as an option. I actually wonder if they'd be forced to release the game, regardless of its finished, polished or not. Because even though their motto is when it's done for the games, they haven't had a game that has had so much merch, deals, bundles with other purchases that they might actually be contractually obligated to release it at this point. I wonder. That's just me thinking out loud. We'll know if we see a huge patch day one or the couple days that follow. It might sound bad, but I don't care about them crunching that much. It's not like, OMG, bro. OMG, I am not going to get game now. Just get the game done at this point. It's becoming a broken record. Like, if it starts becoming a meme that you're going to get delayed, that's bad. That's bad. I've actually seen the yellow emails they sent when they delay. I've seen like templates of that with meme emails. I might put some up on screen if I actually remember to. Pretty busy today. Okay, I'm busy this entire week. Okay. Which I'm glad it got delayed to November, even though I'm complaining about delays. I'd be the most busy person. Besides the whole delays and crunch, it was also confirmed that the game was sent over to Sony and Microsoft for verification. Because versus games on PC, which is Steam, Epic Games, GOG, I guess. Not a lot of people use GOG. I don't know why you'd use GOG. Oh my goodness, that has probably just triggered people. Games on Sony and Microsoft have to get approved. Every update also has to get approved, I believe at least. That was the case with Ark at least. Which shows the game's actually done, which we've already known. The issue is just they reached very ambitiously for what they wanted for the game, it seems at least, and started axing features when they just realized they weren't going to realistically get it done, such as wall running, the whole subway train system. Well, not the subway train system, riding the subway trains. Flathead the robot for the techie. No, I was about to say lifestyle for the techie class, I suppose. Techie skills would fit better, and a shorter story as they got closer and closer to launch, because as I've been telling people, the more choices there are in the game, the more game-breaking bugs there actually could be. And the game-breaking bugs are the serious problem. Those are seriously bad. Like, think Fallout 76 level launch, which I actually really enjoyed Fallout 76, to be honest with you. Like, I enjoyed playing through it. It was like, I know it updated now. I haven't tried since the update, but when it first launched, I enjoyed playing. It was fun playing through until you ran out of content. But it had like game-breaking bugs where quests you finished you'd have to do again and just become a grind. I can give an example of something that you wouldn't think is game-breaking in RPG, but actually is. So imagine you shoot an NPC, you leave the area, then after like, I don't know, a day, a couple days, eventually their AI resets them being, not hostile. Then you come back and you try to talk to them, and then they just keep giving their hostile combat dialogue. That would pretty much break a quest. Or if you accidentally shoot them, then it would lead to those events. That would be horrible. Like, imagine the little quest where you and Jackie deal with the scabs. Imagine if you shoot Jackie there, and then for the rest of the game he just hates you because you shot him by accident. That would be pretty great, game breaking. Or if you sequence break. Example, if you take on NPC while just chilling around in the game world, then like a couple seconds later you accept a quest to actually take out that NPC. Well, you can't take out an NPC that's already dead, so the quest marker will just lead you to the dead NPC's body, and you'll be like, what do you want me to do? Right? RPGs are actually really tough to program and bug test because QA has to think of everything that someone could do that might cause an issue, even more so than linear games, because in linear games you're still forced to kind of follow a path, I suppose. Even some RPGs, there's a reason that there's like illusion of choice, because at the end of the day, if you stray too far from that path, it's not as hard to say, okay, you can do this. It's harder to be like, hey, what if you do this that would mess up this? Then you're messing up your game. So instead, you kind of are led through a linear-ish path with choices. I'm not saying Cyberpunk's doing that. Don't take my words out of context. It's also why when we saw Smasher, we saw him in a brain dance instead of the in-game at the start, because they know if they showed him in-game, one of you smart people are going to try fighting him. Anyways, today's question was already asked at the start. So Clever Transition says, you've already subscribed. It's clear subscribe when we said so in the intro, unless you want another delay, don't you? absolutely triggered. And don't forget to obliterate that like button with a nuclear launch from space. While you're at it, peace, ladies and gentlemen. Stay amazing. I'd say we'd have a post outro, but we're like 10 minutes in at this point, and that's bad. I think it's not the longest video we've ever made for Cyberpunk, but it's pretty long. And I have math to go do before I edit this, so peace.